Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yapping at Midnight with Bonnie, who is not here at the moment. So I guess it's just Yapping at Midnight with Melvin for right now, anyway. Bonnie will be here shortly. She's actually finishing up a few things from work, and she'll pop in when she pops in. But until then, you have me. So, you know, what you gonna do about it? Complain? Anyway, hope everyone is having a great night. It, it has been an interesting one over here at the moment, but not too bad. And apparently I have a new name now. It is Nell and no longer Mel. But hello, Leash. It's been a minute. Welcome. Hello, Simona. And hello, Harley. Oh, Harley, guess what? I figured out what the problem was with your book. So I now know for a fact you will be getting it next week. It was returned to sender and all that junk. But anyway, you will be getting it next week. So huzzah. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good, happy night. And hello to the people who are watching but not commenting. I know who you are because, well, you told me. So I'm just going to tell you hello anyway. You get special treatment. No one else gets that treatment. But oh boy, can you believe it? We're almost in the middle of June already. It feels like this month just started and we're almost at the halfway mark. Holy cow. Pizza toppings. What that came out of nowhere. What type of pizza toppings do you want? Out of curiosity, when you talk about food, then the tourist side of me, it wakes up and stirs up and just, oh, food? What food? Like a dog or some mess. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. We already know this though. Hello, Kelvin. Welcome. So Bonnie isn't here just yet. She will be shortly, and we'll pop her in, and then I'll turn on the cam and all that good stuff. But until then, you just get my voice, which hopefully isn't too annoying for everyone. Now, you guys know what kick I've been on recently? For whatever reason, I've been eating carrots and sardines like crazy. Not at the same time, but I have been just yum 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 yum. It's insane. Hello, Stephanie from the Cauldron Witch. Welcome. Oh, Aladar, welcome. Hello. Man, we got some night owls or something. What's happening here? Why are you all popping up out of nowhere? Just bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I know, Leash. Like, ew, sardines. But Simona gets it, man. She knows. I didn't think I would like sardines, but they are freaking delicious. And I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Like, I will absolutely fight you, man. Just name the time, name the place, and it's on. So yeah, I've been on a carrot and sardine kick. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, but I am a happy camper, and I been doing, well, a lot more workouts, or attempting to at the very least, and I've made a little bit of progress. I've seen some gains, which I'm happy about, and I'm thinking by wintertime, and the rocks and the guns, man, they're gonna be showing like crazy. And I will give you that strip tease that I promised you. So I didn't forget about that. I just want to look good for the ladies. You know how it is. That, and figure out how to do it where I won't get banned off of YouTube. You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, it's so weird because I was cruising on. Oh, Adriana! Hello! I was actually cruising around YouTube, just surfing or cruising. I don't know what you call it. Browsing. There we go. I was browsing around, and I came across some stuff where it's like half naked chicks doing some weird whispering and making odd noises and tapping on mess. M- Hundreds of thousands to millions of views. And I'm just like, huh, is this what does it now? Like, really? That? Being half naked and making weird noises and tapping stuff? So I was like, I gotta get in shape, man. I gotta do this. You know, although if I do that, who knows? Everyone might scream and run in horror. Just or you never know, might get some new fans. But I just thought that was so interesting. Some cute women too. And what I find even more interesting is they all have some weird setup for what is it called? Amazon wish list or something where I guess people can buy them stuff from Amazon if they want. And I'm just thinking to myself, that's an interesting racket they got going there. Flash a little cleavage, shake your bum a little bit, and some lonely, depressed guy is going to be like, here you go. And it also makes me think back to something where they were talking about streaming and trying to teach people how to do it. And they said, if you're a female, never let your audience know you're taken. That's the worst thing you can do. And if you're a male, let the audience know you're taken. That's the best thing you can do. So I thought that was so interesting because it's playing on a psychological thing. I guess this might sound bad, but I guess women want what they can't have, and guys think they can have from whatever. I'm not going to actually do anything, Noella. Jeez, hush. Oh, and hello, Noella. So I just thought it was interesting. Just, things you find out. What else is interesting is that thing that happened in Las Vegas where people claim to have seen 8 foot, 9 foot tall aliens. It was allegedly a UFO crash. A few reports came in. Oh, hold up. That's Bonnie. She just showed up. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Hi, Bonnie. We are live, so hot
I need
mic.
to grab my vape real quick. Hold on.
What the heck? Then why did you pop on?
I don't know.
Like, what the heck? She pops on and says, "You know what? Give me a second. I gotta grab my vape real quick." Like, then why did you pop on?
My vape.
And hello again, Adriana. So, what the heck, Bonnie? I don't think I would be a
I
sellout.
thought I was ready. Now I am.
Okay, now you're ready. Now we can officially do this thing. And I gotta say, I'm digging you with your hair grown out like that. But I'm also a person who has a thing for chicks with long hair. So
I got you. See, I'm liking it. I'm getting used to it. I have to pull one side up because I'm still kind of learning it.
you're learning it.
Learning how to do hair.
Okay, so let's make this official. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yapping at Midnight with Bonnie. Why is it called Yapping at Midnight? Well, I say yapping a lot, and it's midnight somewhere, so.
And technically it is.
So there we are. Hi, people.
Hey.
So, yeah, I was just saying, Bonnie, how in Vegas they reported 8 to 9 feet, well, 10 feet tall gray aliens. Did you hear about that? I know you did, but
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's probably just some scam.
I don't think so.
You don't?
No. And the reason why I don't think so is, oh, and you know what? she might be watching, but she's having trouble entering the chat. So just in case, hello, doll. I didn't forget you. You get special treatment as well. So only two people got special treatment tonight. But anyway, I don't think it was fake or anything like that because multiple people reported a sighting of something falling from the sky in a fireball. And when I heard the 911 calls from the people who claimed to see these aliens, like they were
Right.
panicked, but not panicked. And
Really?
yeah, and what they described was like something else someone else I know described and a few things like that. But the problem is, where's the evidence? Where's the leftover stuff?
Yeah, that's what always gets me. It's like wherever, why can't we ever have some really good evidence going? But I mean, it would be cool if it was real, and because it's in Vegas, it's not here. I'm okay with that if
You're
it is real.
okay with it.
I'm okay with that if it's not too close.
No, you don't need any X-Files messing around you.
No, heck no.
And you are getting complimented on your hair.
Thank you. It's hard getting used to, but thank you.
Yeah. So, and I have to thank you as well because if full disclosure, we were actually going to record another reaction of Ash versus the Evil Dead. I was going to try to edit it a little differently. If you want to see part one of that, go to Unexplained Possibilities Instagram, where it is exclusive temporarily. Uh, anyway, we were going to record that tonight, but unfortunately, some stuff came up with Niema and she couldn't make it. So it's like, all right, well, let's do a Yapping at Midnight. We haven't done one in a while. People were missing you, Bonnie, and
Oh,
I needed a shave and a haircut, and this was my excuse.
so that made you get with it.
Yeah, because I look like a bum. I look straight up like.
Well, that's the thing. Well, me, since I've been working at home from home, I love it. But I'm like, okay, technically I could work in my pajamas, but now, well, I guess I could even more so after, I'm still going like where I work, the training is extensive. So I'm in the last few weeks of training, even though I've been working there 3 months now. And I promised myself, okay, I'm gonna at least wake up, put on some makeup, and fix my hair, and put on at least a shirt. You know what I mean? Um, so that because I don't want to get in a rut where I'm just always in pajamas. I'm trying to make myself like do it right.
Did you say
Acting
at
like
least a shirt? Like, what are you gonna? You're doing this
in your
topless?
pajama shirt. You know what I mean?
I
Well, I
mean, I
mean,
don't know what you mean. And
well, I've heard some stories from where I work when what the things people will show up with on like in training, like it's crazy. Like people
oops,
have
the
all
camera was on, huh? Oh no!
yeah. I mean, like very offensive shirts or whatever. It's like,
Don't do that.
don't do that. No.
No, I would just wear simple hoodie.
Oh, you always wear a hoodie though.
Yeah,
You're the
it'll be
you're the hoodie.
100 degrees and I'll be wearing a hoodie. I've done it before.
You're like teenagers. Like that's what teenagers do nowadays.
Well, I like hoodies. They're very comfortable.
I do. I like them, but it is Texas. I don't know how you do it in California.
We have perfect weather here. I mean, it's
Been
usually
having a lot of rain.
it was a lot of rain during the winter. They're actually worried about flooding, big time flooding when the ice pack starts melting. Like it
That's weird.
was a lot, like historical amounts. And now they're saying that freaking El Nino's back, so it should be more rain. Which I'm not going to complain. We're in a freaking drought. Hey,
Right.
bring it on.
Right.
So we need it. It
No,
what?
the thing with the aliens, Curtis has been talking about it too. We're just like, we don't know. It's like it's weird. It's like we don't know really what to think. It's interesting. I think we both we want it to be true because at least it's something interesting. But is it just distraction?
Well, it could be if you want to go that government angle, but in this case, I don't think so. I think this one is legit. Usually, when it's government, it's not that much of a spectacle, and it's
Right.
silenced extremely quick. Like, when I say quick, I mean bam!
It is weird though. I mean, what it was reminding me of is like one of the scenes from Signs. What they were explaining reminded me of the what was it, the birthday party scene, and I hate that.
What, when the thing runs by?
Yes,
You see, I don't know what it is about Sign. I did not like that movie.
you didn't. I
No, I
like it.
found it so slow and boring. I didn't like it.
It terrified me. The noise those things made.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get jiggy with it.
Click. That weird, awful. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. I don't know what it is about it. Just didn't speak to
Did
me.
you not even like the way they did the alien, like the design?
Not really. I didn't.
No.
It's just not my type of movie. It just didn't it didn't hit the right note, and unfortunately, it happens. And I can't say I'm a big fan of M Night to begin with. I think he's a
Oh, you are
moron.
not.
But
I like stuff. Most of it. There's been a few that are like, why?
well, The Sixth Sense I like.
Yeah.
It's still too slow for my taste, but I enjoyed that. Signs is one of his better movies, even though I'm not a fan. I recognize it's one of his better movies. Oh, I know he did more than two decent movies. What's the other one? It's like
Lady in the Water, and then there was.
Unbreakable.
Oh, he
Uh,
did Umbrella. Yeah, he did.
yeah, Unbreakable, Glass, and what's that
Those
other
were all.
one with that schizophrenic?
Dude, those were great.
So those are I'll give him credit for. But other than that, it's just, he
Hmm.
ruined Avatar. Oh boy, folks were so mad about that. I didn't even watch that cartoon, and I knew people were mad. Like Ong, Ong, that's not his
Oh,
name.
I forgot about he did that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Village. That was another one
The
that
Village.
folks.
That's the one. I liked The Village.
You're in the minority.
I liked it because the culty sense is really. I can see. It's just the mind trip. I guess also, I don't know if it was the right timing for the village. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with that type of film, what I would have done, because of course, everyone. Well, I won't spoil it for people who did not see it. But what I would have done for the twist was actually have something real that was a guardian in the forest or whatever, and not
Okay.
just. I would have both of them. Have it an actual guardian of the forest, but also have a people not truly believe in it, so they were doing whatever themselves, and then
Right.
it shows up where it's like, oh shoot,
What have we done?
what have we done? Something like that, as well
Right.
as the other big twists. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's things that, but then it's based off a book as well, and I'm a stickler for source material, so I.
There you go.
But I didn't read the book, but I don't know. It wasn't that good of a movie. Oh, and you guys, since we actually have quite a few people here hanging with us, feel free to ask any question you want within reason to Bonnie about anything. Not me, but her, because she's the
Right.
brainiac.
Oh, wow. You really opened the door. I'm going to shut this door.
Yeah,
Ernest is in there doing superhero stuff. So.
yeah, okay. Well, I love seeing his creations
Oh
from the
man,
3D printer. They are
it's
really good.
he's just killing me. The turtles are coming out insane.
Yeah, they're freaking awesome. And I used to be very huge into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So
Let
seeing
me
them,
tell you.
it's just so cool.
Oh man, it's insane. It's neat watching it though because it's he's just brings them to. He's really good at bringing things like that to life. It's insane.
Now,
I,
it, I
one of my favorites is the Hulk. I think.
the wait. Now, who was the better Hulk? Uh, what's his name? I think it's Banya. I can't think of his first name. Like Eric Banya, I think. Eric Banya, Edward Norton, or Ruffalo. Or is it Ruffalo? Ruffalo, I think, not
I
Ruffalo.
like the one from who is the guy that's one with that's always in like the Avengers.
That's Mark Ruffalo.
I like him.
Uh, I
I
like
like Edward too. I liked him more than I thought I would.
no, I like Edward Norton. I think
I liked him. I did like him. You made me have a hard choice between Edward Norton and Mark, but Mark I think just kind of he plays the nice guy better.
that's probably because he actually is a genuine nice guy. Edward
Oh
Norton's
yeah, there you
crazy.
go. There you go.
Uh,
And I mean, and I think just some of it was really just done well. Like I don't know. I like a superhero movie that has a little bit of a comedy in there, like because you got some dark stuff going on in
mhm.
those. What whether I mean, technically it would be considered dark if it was real. Um, so like the little tacos in his hand, things like that. I will, it's just those things stick in my head, and I was like, this. Why did they have to do this? It's amazing, you
You
know.
see, I'm a stickler for source material, and I don't like how they neutered the Hulk, like literally just.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why one of the main reasons why I prefer Edward Norton. Not to mention, I think Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk was influenced by um, World Destruction, which was an old Xbox game, but stuff in
Huh.
there is very similar. So, anyway, uh,
That's great.
but I can't really do the superhero movies anymore. Like, very, very, very rare because they're all the same to me. Like, oh, look, cool entrance by the heroes. Ooh, new bad
Yeah.
guy shows up. Oh no, heroes get beat up. Oh look, come on team, we got it. We're gonna do it.
We got it.
Yeah. And
Right.
they beat the
It's
guy even if it takes two parts.
they
And it's
do.
getting too SJW and preachy and
It
for
is
my.
getting kind of.
Simona wants to know if you've watched She-Hulk, the TV show.
I loved it. Yes, I did. I didn't. I was like at first, I'm like, what is this? And Curtis got me to watch it. I ended up watching it and enjoying it more than he did. So yeah,
No, I
I did.
I I can't. I'm actually boycotting Disney, so
I got you. Yeah.
anything Disney owns, I won't watch. And the reason for this is because they killed my two favorite things. I hated 2019 Aladdin was the last thing I saw from Disney. So everything pre 2019 Disney I'll watch. Everything post 2019 Disney, nope.
Oh, that's the one with what's his name? Um.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
So that, and I said it before, Aladdin is my favorite animated Disney movie. I love it. I just it speaks to me. I get it. I live that freaking life.
Good movie. That's a
It
good movie.
touches me in the appropriate places, not the naughty places. And
Well, I hope that Aladdin wouldn't touch you in naughty places. That'd be creepy.
and I
Just
just
saying.
I got so mad at the 2019 movie. That was it. I mean, first Star Wars.
I'll be honest. I haven't seen it.
Good. Don't give them money. Um,
Mm.
first they did Star Wars. Absolutely. Oh my god. I think like, people don't know this about me, but I am or was a huge Star Wars nerd. Read just about every book in the real extended universe.
So you read the actual
Oh yeah,
books?
I
Really?
know my Star Wars lore. I get it. I was going to
So
get
who is the guy that Jordan was telling me that eats the Force? I don't know how he's explaining it.
He eats the Force?
Like
Probably.
he's only a mask. Like all of his energy is in this mask.
That sounds like Darth Crate.
That's it.
So I I loved it. I lived it.
Jordan went on about that the other day when I got to see him. We saw him yesterday, and yeah, he was going on about that.
Yeah, they ruined my favorite character, Luke. Uh so that was the first thing that was like, okay, I can't watch Star Wars ever again. What Darth Nihil was it Nihilus? I thought it was great. All right. Aladar says Darth Nihilus.
Darth
Darth
Nile.
Nihilus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a weird. It looks almost like I would call it almost a skeleton, like, but not a human skeleton mask even. I wish I could pull it up, but I think that's the one. I know it's Darth something, obviously, but he wears black with a red like thing down it. He's interesting looking. I would say he's probably unfuckable with because he is the Force almost. It's weird.
Yeah.
I only watched a little bit of it, but Jordan was talking about I need to look into that because I don't know. It looks like it's like I don't know if it's one of those fan fiction things, but he would show me some video. Of
Oh,
course,
it was a deep dive into the lore.
yeah, okay, and he's telling me Five Nights at Freddy's is actually, I guess, already been produced.
The movie or a TV show or something?
Movie.
Yeah. I never got jiggy with Five Nights at Freddy's either.
I didn't realize how dark Five Nights at Freddy was.
Well, I mean,
I didn't know it was like I didn't realize like one of the animatronics bit off a head or something of a kid.
oh, I didn't know that.
Dude,
That's terrifying.
it's like, and all these kids are playing these games, and it's weird.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's kind of odd.
but I will say I get it, the perspective, because I remember when I was little, we had the original Chuck E. Cheese animatronics.
Oof.
Those things were, you know me, and I'm not a fan of puppets in the first place, and then you get those kind of animatronics. No,
Yeah, no, the original animatronics for Mr. Chuck E. Cheese was terrifying.
terrifying. They're
Absolutely.
terrifying. They were not kid friendly, in my opinion. They were scary.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I think Five Nights at Freddy's had to be, just kind of like, ooh, what if these guys went wrong?
So, how much would it take for you to stay at an alleged haunted Chuck E. Cheese with the animatronics on motion sensors?
Like, okay, hold on. What is the haunted part? Are the animatronics haunted?
Maybe. I don't know. This your you have to figure that out.
Well, I like haunted stuff, but that's pushing me.
That's we found her limit.
That's a lot. Yeah, because if those things are haunted, it's like my worst nightmare, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of haunted, I was watching Ghost Adventures the other day.
One of the new ones?
Yeah, the new ones, and
Oh,
boy, is it different. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know quite a few people, they like to say it's fake, it's fake. Well, I don't think it's fake. I've spoken to enough folks who have worked with Zach and Aaron and them to know it's not fake. They're very real. They just come off weird. Well, or Zach does. You know, he's a drama queen.
I think, right. And I think that their reactions, some of it is real because when you're there in a moment of a haunted location and you get some kind of real neat communication or something, you can't help it, like, did you hear that? You get excited. So I think it comes out really, I wouldn't say aggressive, but super excited, or even might sound scared, but it's more like it is an excitement thing, because especially when you get like actual intelligent, like the thing when I was on the Paranormal Caught on Camera, where I wasn't like, I didn't know that they had actually caught something, but I knew I had felt something. So when you can put those things together, that's exciting. You know what I mean? Like when I'm here, I was talking. I was like, "There's something here right now," and then of course that weird orb just kind of slowly decides to dance around everybody,
Yeah.
and you catch it as I'm talking about it. Those things are very neat, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so it is exciting when you catch that stuff. So I get that, and I don't think those things ever get old because we. I think it's one of those things. It's so hard to be able to truly prove that we just want to get as close as you can.
Yeah. Exactly. And
And it makes you feel less
it's
crazy.
still though, I wish they would go back to the original format. Like,
Like where they were actually locked down and
yeah, well, I mean, they don't have to have the padlock on the door, but I wish they would get rid of the camera crew, which is only there for the interviews and stuff. I don't like that. I wish Zach would stop. Oh, I feel this dark energy. And just saying the weirdest mess. And now he said that I'm a sensitive. Like,
oh, he
well,
said he's sensitive.
he's sensitive. He can feel these things.
Well,
I mean, maybe he can.
you know who's gonna take credit for him finally realizing that.
Yeah, well,
Our favorite
yes.
psychic.
So, and I don't know. It's just like, this is less of an adventure and just more of you being weird, Zach, and this dark
I
energy.
okay. I see what you everything, and I've noticed a lot of comments. It's gotten dark, just dark.
Yeah.
But it's neat. Yeah, like I agree. He needs to have maybe okay, it's fine to go to a dark location here and there, or even every other one, but also do some of the old fun ones so that a location that other people could look into or something.
Hmm.
I guess I know, I kind of see what you mean. Like the ones where it would just be a random place that they were having issues and he would go in and investigate and,
Yeah.
you know.
That I missed that. It was a wholesomeness that's just not there, and innocence. I get. Well, Aaron still has it. Oh, I love Aaron.
Aaron's great.
But
He's my
and then with Billy, I'm sure Billy's a nice person and all, but he is such a kiss butt. If Zach feels it, then all of a sudden Billy feels it, and cold air.
yeah,
So it's just like, come on, dude. Like, that,
yeah.
Jay
I
is
agree.
awesome, and the thing that also gets me with Zach is he's turning more and more into a coward. I do think something happened to him that just freaked him right out.
Well, I mean, you do that stuff long enough, it's gonna.
Yeah, well, and then early on when he was doing that provocation and just,
Right. Like he's literally dipping into things, especially things I don't think he's really that knowledgeable of.
oh,
Like I'm, you know, he does a couple of rituals or something here and there, but it's not, I don't think he actually studies it. So I don't think he realizes what he could be doing
mm,
or getting himself into.
yeah, no, I think one of his biggest problems is he's
Ego?
open. He
He
he's open
got
minded, but he's also closed minded. Like, he's open to things being out there, but the problem is it's almost like a Catholic perspective where it's two things. You got an angel, you have a demon, or
okay.
a bad human spirit. Some good
Right.
human spirits, but it's kind of like that perspective. It's no in between gray area with him. It's one extreme or the next, and I think that's part of his problem and why he gets
Right.
so caught up in it's got to be dark. It's dark, dark, dark. It's like, no, dude. And then how do we know it's not you projecting?
Oh, absolutely.
And And I think another one of his problems is he spends too much time in that freaking museum of his. Like, to where, and normally I don't say things like this. but I'm going to say it. I think he's actually attached to it because he will not go back east now at all. He
He
sticks to the
hasn't.
west.
He does stick to the West. Like I've
So
noticed that,
it's
which is
it's
weird.
weird. And then when they were doing that house calls or whatever, he stayed at home while everyone else went. Like they went to Florida to do something. That was an interesting episode actually. They went to Florida and he's over there on webcam. Guys, what's going on? Speak to me. Well, you should have been there. So
Yeah, that is weird. I
so
didn't. I guess I some of those like I'll catch up. Like what I'll do is I'll go on I'll get in the mood where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and watch them. I haven't watched them in a while. I'm gonna catch up. And I think I caught up on this past season, not the new one, but the past one.
yeah.
Um, there was some good ones, but it was all dark, all dark.
Yeah.
Everything was the darkest, and that was weird. It was just like, can't we just get a haunted location, you know?
Yeah. So
And because when you're saying it's dark, then what is it that you're communicating to? What is a lizard? Sorry, there's a lizard outside my window. So
reptilians are visiting.
um,
Hey,
probably
Bonnie.
we're
We're
good.
gonna visit you tonight.
Don't say that shit. That's
We're
always
gonna
freaky.
have our scaly fingers on you,
Ew.
touching you, filling you up, and taking you to our spaceship.
Just make sure I'm home in time for work. I'm kidding. In case you
No,
hear
you
me.
put it out there now. You gave him the green flag.
Oh God, the green light. That's so crazy. That's crazy. No, like it's weird. Um. Oh, the other day we were doing some work, and the craziest. I think I told you a little bit about it, and I couldn't. Like I said, no matter how many times you experience things, they're always crazy or they're always exciting. And we heard this boom, and it was boomed so hard that my the stair thing from your attic
Mm-hmm.
kind of popped down, and I'm going. And I said, Curtis, he says, yeah, I know. Because we were both in there. It came down. You even heard this things, the hinges squeak. And when they kind of bounced, the door came down a little bit. And I'm like, pushed it back up. I'm like, whatever you are, you're staying up there, please.
Yeah, you messaged me about that,
I was
and
like, what? Yeah, I was like, whoa. Yeah, because it was just insane.
yeah,
I'm
so
like, I'll see things or whatever here and there, but like that one was loud and like it wasn't like you could play it off as your imagination at all, at all.
one
And
second.
it wasn't a raccoon or what is it, squirrel. Like if it was, it sounded like a grown ass man jumping, boom, but jumping hard. It was so weird.
So two things real quick. Harley, are you talking about the Demon House? If so, then yes, that is in Gary, Indiana, but it's no longer there. For whatever reason, Zach took it down. I don't know why, but but yes, that is in Gary, Indiana, where of course the Jacksons are
Jackson,
from. Terrible
yeah.
place. Never want to live there. And Bonnie, what the heck did you bring home with you for it to be a loud boom and things coming down?
Well,
Well, no,
well,
no,
we
Melvin. This time I didn't bring anything home.
no, I
No,
don't. No, I don't
actually, I
think.
I I do want to know something because without getting too deep into it, like unfortunately, there are folks out there who do send things to
Yeah,
people. how do you protect yourself from that, or how do you get rid of that type of energy or spirit being whatever?
Well, I mean, yeah, you okay. Um, we literally, and we do it. We try to do this quite often because it's a for us. We just maintain it so that don't the more we maintain it, the less we have to deal with like getting nasty. Like we can keep things really clear by maintaining. So it's kind of like just keeping your house clean. Um, and when I say sage, I'm not just a little bit of smoke. Like we will get the fans and have it where it's so thick in the air, right? It's there. It's just kind of changing, because all it does is it kind of remove. It doesn't get rid of it. It just, I would say, how did Kurt say it? He kind of like balances out, but it can't really remove. But we have other things like we will use depending on what we feel like we need to use. I mean, I like actually have one of my mom's friends gave us some epiphany water, which is water that is truly was blessed by the Pope. Um, I've used that. I have um, in oil, holy oil that was, that is from Jerusalem and blessed. And if it's something like that, like if it is something that truly feels just wrong, but then other things is then we'll get the entities that we work with and we will literally have them to help us remove anything. We keep certain altars constantly going. Um, that's one of the other things. Um, having certain things like um, where I live, I have so many. I got a lot, and that way I could give to people if I need them. But like railroad ties, because they're iron, you can place them around your property, and we've done that. Um, just a lot of things are just old folk magic too that I like to do. Like you have your horseshoes and things. I actually have a horseshoe that came out of one of my. We had my dad used to have two barns. So I found an old horseshoe in one of the barns. One barn is the only one we have remaining because a tornado took out this was years ago, but took off with one of our barns. So we're down one. um, that was crazy. But so things like that. There's all kinds of things you can do, but we do the different. We'll work with Santa Muerte a lot with things like that. Um, she's just an amazing protector, or San Muerte, both of them. They're pretty good at getting rid of things like that.
All right, well, that works. I guess cursing them out, just, you mother, don't do that.
Well, Curtis,
Well, I'm sure he does.
Curtis will, and I'm like, and then also though, if you think about it, and that does make sense because if you've ever watched The Dead Files, have you ever noticed how sometimes Amy Allen will say, "You need a male medium, you'll need a female medium," this or that. The reason is because I go about it a different way than he does. It depends on what you have, so you really kind of have to scope out what is around. And so that does also, like that's why it's good to get, if you, like for us, we work from home, it's good to get out for a little bit, come back in. That way you can really tell what's going on. Okay, and now I feel it. Because, sometimes if you might not be, a person might not be aware because if they're home all the time. And then let's say you go and you're on a day trip and then you come home the next day and you're like, what is this? This don't feel good, and you'll have an idea of where to go from there. Um, It is definitely, you have to do it, you gauge it. You have to be very aware and pay attention. Like, I think for the longest I had learned to be, because I have the little, the little annoying ghost that will make noise or do this or do that, that I would just kind of like learn to ignore some things.
Mm.
And that's not probably the best idea, because then it's like letting clutter sit around too long, and you need to just get rid of it or deal with it. Curtis is always on top of things like that. I'll give him that. He definitely will be like, you don't feel it? I'm like, well, yeah, but I thought it was just me or whatever. Or like, I thought I saw something a while ago, but I just, whatever.
By the power
So
of the scales
starting
of
to,
the one true dragon, I
I'm
curse
feeling
you.
that.
Get out! Get
I'm
out!
like,
Or else
I'm
you're
like,
gonna deal with me! Bring it!
dude,
You mothers! Come on!
he'll, he'll shadow box the air. I'm like, nothing's gonna mess with you.
Oh, gosh.
I'm like, did you get it? No, that's just Curtis though. No, but like, it is, you have to really pay attention. And then, like, I guess the way we put it is we smoked them out in a not pleasant way.
Yeah, use some metaphysical tear gas.
We did, yeah, but mixed with everything else. Of course, like, this is the one thing, and of course Curtis talks about it all the time, is salt baths. I mean, you've got to keep that goo off, right? And that's the best way, is to do the salt baths. Like at least weekly. Curtis does it all the time though, and that's probably why he can just stay so in tune, like, because he is constantly, doing salt baths. Add herbs to, depending on what you might need, but there are certain herbs that can just, you can do baths for, like, even drawing in money, or, I mean, you can use spiritual baths for a lot of different things. I have a friend that makes, yeah, like money soap, like, I'm attracting money soap, or
You need
oils,
to send some of that my way, please.
right? I love it. My
Uh,
friend got some. She said it helped her, because I can't remember. She got like a bonus or something come up after that.
I'll definitely send that my way. And hello, Jennifer. Welcome.
Hey, Jen.
And Noella wants to know if Epsom salt baths would work.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, Epsom salt, yes, but the best are going to be probably, what is it, Jen? Himalayan's good. Um, sea salt's good. Um, you can use regular salt, to be quite honest, need be. I mean, like, we have, like, when we needed it bad enough, and we're like, okay, do we have anything? It's like, yeah, go to the kitchen and grab it. Go. Yeah. Epsom will work, but it's, I mean, it's still salt.
Yeah. But just from a, we'll say, pack a punch perspective, try to get, if you need it, go ahead. If that's what you have, use
Kosher
it.
salt's
So,
really good too. Kosher salt's really good.
okay. Pink Himalayan sea salt is excellent, says Aladar.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
I mostly use it for cooking, and it's very expensive for me. So,
Well, and you don't have to have tons. It's just, I mean, you know,
no,
you don't
I
have to.
think I'm probably one of the few people in the world. I don't actually have any salt.
Jen makes some of the best bath salts available. Oh my God. I love her stuff. Hers actually, you feel better, and oh my God, the smells even great, because I guess, if you think about it, the smells can change your mood or your perspective, and they definitely just all seem to work good. And I'll take different, I've had so many of her different bath salts that they're just, I have a hard time choosing. I think the last one, I can't remember what it was, but I know that one of my favorites was, it had lotus in it, and that shit smelled great. I loved it.
You see, I would like to one day really learn how to do certain things, so just so I can make my own and
Right.
just call it the Crimson Pounder.
Yeah, there you
I mean, it's a stupid name, but I at the same time I really like it. What is this? It's the Crimson Pounder. Like,
go.
oh, pound you into submission. All right. So, but oh, Jennifer is saying Epsom salt is very detoxifying. Can't use too much, makes me dizzy and nauseous. And she
Okay.
gave us a little tip here. It's cheaper to buy pink salt in a large bag than in culinary size. Two to
Huh.
2 to 5 pounds probably costs the same around culinary sizes. Just
That,
make
that
sure. Oh,
I don't
and
I
then
don't
here's another tip. Just make sure to put my essential oils in a carrier oil first before adding to salt.
there you go.
So Jennifer's over here just throwing down some info. Just pop,
And
pop,
like,
pop, pop, pop.
her not that's just her thing. That's her not like that's well, she's my go-to when it comes to that. I'm like, okay, what I need to do. Because it's that's what I love about, you know, having different occult friends that you can go to because everybody kind of has their own, I would say, niche, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm more on the ghost side of things. So, um, now which means though that I do still, I'm capable of communicating with the entities pretty well for the most part. There's, you know, there's some that I work with more regularly than others, obviously, but yeah, it's weird. I've noticed that they I don't often notice where they coexist. I mean, they will together, but it's weird. It's like if I'm channeling or working or doing anything ghosty, whatever, it's either going to be a spirit come through or an entity, one or the other. Usually not both. Usually at the same time. For the most part, what I've noticed, I've had it every once in a while where they'll both come through, but for the most part, it's one or the other. And I have had, I mean, and that's what's weird is I've had spirits, the entities I work with, really start working. But it's taken a while. But I've learned to start working with my ghost equipment with them, which is fun, which has been really fun actually. I mean, I just it's like, why wouldn't you be able to communicate to them through these things just like the other spirits?
Um, Stephanie, Simona, are you guys still here? Did you take off? You might have taken off because I want their opinion on something as well, but they're probably sleeping. Like, all right, Mel, it's late. I'm going to
You
sleep.
must be late. Late.
Well, they're on the West Coast, so it's not too late, but it's late
Oh.
enough. They work real jobs, unlike my lazy butt. But
Or yeah, I get off late, so that's
yeah, you get off late. I'm keeping you up. I'm sorry.
no. I would be up anyway.
Ah,
It's my downtime anyway, so
all right. Well, okay, cool. Giving you something to do, kinda, sorta.
right. And not I didn't have too many. Well, I had some crazy calls tonight, but mostly for the most part they were normal.
Normal. Okay.
Normal.
Oh, there's Simona. She is here. So Simona, out of curiosity, and oh no, you didn't miss anything. I didn't ask it. You're good. It's like, I'm sorry I missed your question. I didn't ask the question. I was just seeing if you were still here. Um, Out of curiosity, and I know that we're not supposed to necessarily say all the stuff we do when it comes to rituals and this and that. I know the rules, but what's some of the stuff that you do for protection and cleansing? I'm just curious to know from another witch because we have a house full of witches tonight, people.
Woo.
It's actually kind of scary. So, because I'm thinking about this next thing that I'm going to do, and it's going to pretty much just be me and 4 women, 5 women, and that's absolutely frightening because all of you guys are witches and you all scare me to an extent. Everyone's nice, but you all scare me, you know. Like I could
What
just
for?
hmm?
What for women?
At the moment, and it's going to be dependent on a few things, but at the moment, you, Jennifer, Simona, Stephanie, and Scarlett.
Cool.
At the moment, I mean, I haven't really asked anyone to do. Well, I have, but I haven't. It's not official yet, but yeah, that's a lot of power. That's that scares me. Oh, you have a good one, Harley.
Bye, Harley.
Yeah, so that is frightening because all you ladies combine all that knowledge and the bibbity bobbity boo and oh,
Mm. Hmm.
and then what makes it even interesting is everyone has a different background as well with what they work with, how they do it, and that's part of the reason why I want a panel of witches that's diverse like that to combat a few things that I will be bringing up.
Right.
So, and then I don't want to hear, I could get the guys, but I know for a fact you're picking on me. You're a man and you're picking. I don't need to hear that. So I'll just cut that weapon off before we even started. But but yeah. So anyway, I asked that to Simona. I'm curious what she's going to say, or is she going to keep it a secret, which is totally a okay if she does. Oh, hello, fun boy. How do I get in touch with you on Facebook? Well, if you want to get in touch with me, shoot, you could do this for Bonnie as well, and I could just forward her the message or whatever. You could just message Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook and send whatever message. If it's for Bonnie, I'll make sure she gets it. If it's for me, well, I'll see it. So, we'll just make it that simple. Fun boy. I like that name.
I love that. Isn't that from oh God, the Crow?
Yeah, I think so.
There's a fun boy on the
Yeah,
Crow, but
you're
it's not.
welcome. So here is another one for you, Bonnie.
Okay.
And I'm just curious on your opinion, but since starting your journey from the paranormal into the witchcraft and the occult and all that stuff, how have you changed?
I am a lot more careful about who I allow around me. Um, the occult, it does teach you that. Unfortunately, not everybody's your friend. Not everybody in this world's nice. Not everybody's in it to improve their self, unfortunately, which is sad because you would. I think that a lot of people might get into. I mean, I would say a majority of people do get into it to improve their life, to prove who they are. But then I think something goes awry, or I don't know, or they feel like they have, the power, or it just, especially if there are any kind of illnesses that are underlying that they're not aware of, it can go wrong and bring not the best out in a person.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned to be very careful of who I trust. I'm still nice to everybody. I still try to give everybody a chance, but cutting off, I've learned to do that very easily and no regrets at all. So I'm more protective of my space, I guess you'd say. You know what I mean? Whereas before, I was too open, which I do think that it's good that I've learned that because it was almost, I wouldn't say an innocence, but it was, sometimes oversharing or just being too friendly can get you in trouble.
Yep, I know about that.
So that's changed me. I mean, but I feel like it's a good thing. I needed some of the wake up calls that I've gotten. I do wish that I need to get back. I want to get back more into the paranormal. Just now, I mean, now that I'm on the kind of in the ending scope of getting back, getting my job um, training finished, then I will be able to, once I get my actual real schedule, because right now I'm on a training schedule, the hours will still pretty much be the same, but the days off will be a little bit different. But I will have 2 days that will be open to actually, like, if I wanted to go and do an investigation, I could. And that's really what I can't wait. I want to do something this summer. I really would love to take Curtis to experience that. What is it called? The Hill House.
Oh, oh, okay.
You know, the one in Texas, the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like, because that place is, I I mean, like off camera, we caught things that were insane.
All
Even
right. And hello, Jen, aka Kitten.
kitten.
Welcome. And hello, Sin. Welcome. We're not doing a tarot stream tonight, so you can ask how Chris feels about you, but you might not get an answer. Not tonight. We're just kind of hanging out, yapping about stuff, and going from there. But yeah, the heel house. Ooh. Mm. Oh
Yeah,
no, nothing to be sorry about. You're good. Don't worry. But thank you for stopping by anyway. Just hang out with us. Nothing to be
yeah.
sorry about. Unless you stole money from me, then yes, be very, very sorry. I don't like that. That's mean.
Um, but yeah, I think the Hill House would be interesting for Curtis. I would like to start doing, like, I think it would be fun to do live streams like that with him. Either on his channel or mine, but like at least really kind of get him into the paranormal. And it's so funny because, it's Curtis. So even when I get the some of the machines out, he's like, "Hello, who are you?" He's that communicative, and I'm like, I always giggle because I'm like, like I just want one of them to be like, "Hi, I'm so and so," like, because he's so formal. It's so cool. But he is good at communicating, so I think it just would be something he'd be good at.
So, where would you take me?
You?
Yeah. And do
I
you
would probably take you to the Magnolia Hotel because it's scary, but it's fun. It's I just wouldn't take you to the one room where the bad guy is, but
Ooh, fresh meat. Get him.
yeah, I would. I mean, he's not really aggressive toward men, so that one's not too bad. But some of the different things in that, it's like you is where you think that you're aloof to things, you wouldn't be, because the smell, like, you'll smell phantom smells, like just heavy, like a rose perfume. And like, let me tell you, there's no sprays or anything. It's just, and it'll come and it'll be gone. Just enough for you to be like, did you smell that? And I like, and I was told when, and this is where I got, that's where I was at when that clip was aired or on Paranormal Con on Camera.
Mm,
That's where I would take you.
okay. Now, it must be a pretty powerful smell if I'm going to smell it. I have a terrible sense of smell.
Well, let me tell you, there's the whistling guy too. He whistles. And and it's funny because if men will, it'll whistle back. It's so weird.
Hmm.
It happened. I saw like it was, he was grown, but he was still like barely out of teenage years, and come in looking tough, and he whistled, and he whistled back, and he looked like he was just about to faint because I don't think he was expecting anything to happen.
Well, good
And
thing
so
I can't whistle.
I could barely. I have. It's weird. Everyone. It's like I can't on cue. I can't on cue.
Yeah,
I think
I can't do it at all. Like whistling or snapping my fingers,
barely.
that's just not going
The
to happen.
snap. Can't even snap. I can't snap loud. That's about it. That's it?
Sounds like I was told it sounds like sandpaper.
Yeah. Your hands, are they dry?
I can't snap my fingers.
It's funny.
Da 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 da
It's
da 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 da
yeah.
da da da. I can't do it.
You're saying shh, shh.
Yeah, so it's like, why do you sound like? Why do it sound like sandpaper, Melvin? I don't know. I mean,
That's fun.
it's just how it is.
That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, that's just yeah, nothing you can do about it. Uh, but okay, the Magnolia Hotel. Now, at first, I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say the Magnolia Plantation.
No, I want to go there
I had a
myself.
feeling you would. I got so mad at and this was when I did a review. I probably should not have done that review in retrospect, but I got so mad at the Ghost Brothers when they went there, and
Mm.
I just felt they were so disrespectful. And I
Where's it?
was
I see that one, I guess.
yeah, this was oh, I was angry. I was heated because before a few years earlier, the Ghost Adventures crew went there and they were fairly respectful, as much as you can be. Aaron called out Zach, like, "Hey, you don't provoke voodoo. Stop it!" And
Ah,
it's like, okay. And
oh
then
yeah,
a couple of
definitely.
years later, Ghost Brothers go, and I'm thinking, like, all right, this is gonna be pretty decent since they're dealing with ancestral things, especially with
Right.
voodoo. This is something that just as a Black American, you have a connection to. Just it's just there.
It's going. Yeah,
Nope. Just
bound to be back there somewhere, right?
they were loud, just disrespectful, and just goofy, and I got so mad. I
Yes, that stuff is irritating when you watch that kind of crap.
I know people enjoy them. I know they like the lightheartedness, which I can dig. I get it, but I can't. Maybe it's because, as people say, you're an Oreo, Melvin. I'm like, I'm not an Oreo, but that's what I get called. So,
Aw,
yeah, it's not very nice. You get called an Oreo and an Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom's worse than being called an Oreo. So, yeah, I get that a lot. You can laugh. It's fine, Bonnie.
wow, that's 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 aggressive.
Oh, yeah. Boy,
That's really.
imagine growing up and you hear that. Like, and now I will say this. I was very surprised that they knew who Uncle Tom was. It's like, oh,
Well, there you go.
you're
You
a
just never.
scholar, a man with a man with knowledge here. And no, they
Actually,
didn't actually know what that was. They just know it's a derogatory term. So,
oh, so they didn't really know the history behind it. They
no.
were.
So it's like I can't even compliment you for being
Yeah,
insulting in the correct way.
I can't even compliment you insulting me. What?
Yeah. So it's at this point, it's what are you gonna do about it? But
Not much.
yeah, Ghost Brothers, not for me. I can't watch them.
I remember you haven't cared for them at all from the start though. And I get where you're coming from. They would be very like to professionally work with ghosts, like when it comes ghost hunting wise, they would be a little hard to work with because they are loud. They don't do their investigating in a manner in which I'm accustomed to because they're pretty loud throughout. It's
Yeah,
nobody. It's like, can anybody ever get quiet? You know.
yeah. But
Um,
then how much of it is a play on for the camera as well.
you're right.
Because you do the thing is it's entertainment, and
Mhm.
you also have to do whatever for your audience, that target audience, whatever it may be. So if that's what brings in the views, it's what brings in the views. So,
Right.
I understand it from an entertainment perspective, but then my stubborn butt's like, don't do that. Just don't.
Well, like a lot of the paranormal shows aren't. really around anymore, are they?
No, a lot of them are going away because it was oversaturated, and you could only do the same thing so much.
No,
How Ghost Adventures is still going is beyond me. They're still going strong, but
they really, which is insane.
yeah, when Ghost Hunters came back, it wasn't the same, and then it turned out that some of the stuff was staged. Uh, yeah,
Oh, I
and
didn't ever watch that one or get into it, to be quite honest. Um, I didn't care for the Tennessee Wraith Chasers or whatever they were. They were.
oh, we might have a Sweet Pea cameo here.
Uh-oh. Hey, baby.
Let's see.
She don't have a box right now?
Eh, she just walked over from her box.
Oh, so she's got her little comfy box right now?
Well, she is now next to me, so she wants to be on the couch. But yeah, she was on her sleeping box. Now she's like, all right, I'm
That's
coming over
so
here.
fun. Her and her boxes. Jen's cats do the same. It cracks me up.
Fun Boy says, Bonnie, will Curtis make figures of gods and sell them anytime?
Yeah. Yeah, he's done that. Yeah, for sure. He's got my. I have a the Morgan statue that he did for me, and I love it. It's one
Oh,
of.
I'm actually happy you brought that up because Rose is probably going to contact you about working
Oh,
with Lilith if she hasn't
okay.
already.
Oh no, she hadn't.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
she messaged me the other day, like, hey, I think I'm going to work with Lilith. I'm like, what? Yeah, I need to be better and stronger, more confident. And I was like, okay, but are you sure about this? I was like, you need to talk to someone before you dive in.
Lilith, yeah, that's it probably wouldn't be my first. Just depending on the situation, though, I guess.
Yeah, I want empowerment. I was like, okay, I said it right. Empowerment.
You did twice. Twice.
Oh my god. Okay, so guys, real quick,
It is funny.
I struggle saying empowerment. Every time I said it, it was like a 2 year old. Now all of
Oh,
a sudden I can say it right. Like no joke.
because
I
you weren't.
mean, I'm afraid to try to say it like I normally do because then it may
It would make
revert
you
back to that.
don't do it.
And so yes. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
empowerment.
I'm so excited.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
That is crazy. That is crazy because I literally like he's not kidding. I don't know how it was like. Where are you like? When you talk, your tongue touches the back of your. I'm like, where's your tongue in all this? Like it's like it gets rolled up in a ball when I'm trying to say it and flow it.
Yeah, because I mean, Bonnie heard. I'm sure Curtis heard it, and just like I couldn't say empowerment.
Yeah,
So
that's
wow, huh,
just like that.
yeah.
Just like that.
I guess it was because of Sweet Pea.
Huh? That is weird.
Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, but yeah. So Rose, like, I want to work with Lilith. I'm like, I don't know about that. I mean, like, really think about this. And to myself, I said maybe someone else would be better. Maybe the Morgan
The
or
more, yeah,
something. Like, not Lilith.
right, right. Well, uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you see,
I
you're
was
like me. It's like, I don't know
I
about that.
nothing against her. I've worked with her, but I'm like, there's other ones to go to, especially first.
Yeah,
My thing, it's my opinion.
yeah, but she'll be reaching out to you eventually.
Heck yeah, heck yeah.
So I'm curious how that's going to go. I will be nosy.
That is funny. Yeah, no, that's cool, and it's so cool. You can say empowerment now.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to last. You see, I better get on this review now while I can say it.
Ah, oh, have you finished your book?
No. Like
No,
I'm trying to force myself to do it and it's just so difficult, Bonnie. Like
it's Okay, is it like before or worse? Where is it going in circles? Is it like a lot of words without saying anything?
Well, no, well, yes, but that's to be expected. Eh, it's just when I read it, I hear her voice,
Oh God, that makes it worse. The
and
whining.
I just
Our favorite psychic, guys. That's who he's talking about.
yeah, and I can't. That's like, ugh, I gotta stop this, and it's annoying because it's stuff in there. Like I'll share it with you guys because I am gonna mention this in my review, and this is supposed to be a book about protecting yourself from spiritual attacks, demonic attacks, whatever, just bad things trying to hurt you. And yet, here I am reading a tangent on how Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group and they're
It
the equivalent
has
of the Nazis. And I'm just like, what? And
she
how Charles Manson was possibly de- ins- uh, influenced by a demon. Uh, I mean, it's a lot of fear mongering for no reason, and part of it too is very, and I try not to get on people's political ideology or anything like that, but part of it is some far right extremism, and
right.
it's weird. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I told you this before,
It
Bonnie.
doesn't.
I don't like Black Lives Matter. I think it's a stupid name, and the way they do stuff is backwards. Don't mess up someone's day to try and prove a point. I mean, you can, but you don't build allies that way. And the way people think, it does look like it's exclusive, even though I know what they're trying to say. It's just they went about it the wrong way, in my opinion. However, terrorists, no, idiots
Oh Lord.
sometimes, but terrorists, no.
Oh,
It's just
terrorists.
it's a lot of nonsense that I don't expect to see in something that's trying to teach you how
Shouldn't
to
have been it.
protect
Yeah.
yourself.
Why is that even her political views? Why are they even
It
being
it
mentioned in a
shouldn't
book?
be in there. And
Yeah, like about
and a
spiritual
few other things. It's just like, what is this?
makes no
Oh,
sense. It belongs not doesn't belong there.
fun boy, if you want my book, what we're talking about was not written by me. If you want my book, So Strange Times Volume 1, then you can find that on Amazon.
Yes,
I
yes.
would show it to you, but it's behind me and I don't. Well, actually, you know what? Hold up. I do have a copy here. I'm going to have to open this. I didn't want to, but let's see if I can do it right and show you guys what it. No, I can't do this right. I have to mail this out. So,
Oh,
and I want to open it correctly, but I'm not good at opening things. Oh, there we go. Hold up. I might have gotten it.
cool.
Do I have another? Yeah, I think I have an extra thing that I can use. Ah, this isn't going right. Somehow I opened it, but not the correct way. What the heck? Oh, forget
How do you
it.
open something wrong? I don't get it.
You're not me. Ah, here it is. I got it. All right. I'll just tape it later. But yeah, this is my book. Sorry
Yeah,
for the shadows because of the light. How do I? There we go. That's no,
there you go.
still light. Whatever. This is good as it's gonna get. Bonnie, get your
Yeah.
freaking copy. You show it.
Oh, Christopher has that.
Oh, son of a monkey's uncle. But yeah, this is mine. So Strange Times, Volume 1 by Mel S. Or Mel's.
Mills. That's funny.
Yeah, so you could get that. You could get this on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles, wherever they sell books. You can get it. But yeah,
The
that.
book
Hmm?
we do not recommend. If you want to learn how to get make things worse, there you go.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
boy.
I just I don't think like it's. I feel bad for anybody that believes. that she knows really truly what she's talking about and actually tries to, if they can even figure out what she's truly saying to do,
Mm.
other than just take us and like I said, kind of like take a stick of and just swish it around a little bit of sage. No. Um, her fix usually is just sage and Palo Santo, and that's it. And
Well,
it's way
I
anyway.
will say that it's a lot more that's in here, and this is also part of the reason why it's taken me so long to review it, because I'm literally checking in on all of the stuff that she mentions. And
You know, after you do a review, she's going to write another book, right?
yeah, but I'm thinking I'm not going to read it. Like, I don't even think offering to pay me to review it will work, because you know, there are some things that I do that's just for fun. I don't want to insult
This one,
anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or nothing like that. I do want to be entertaining to a degree. But when it
this.
stops becoming fun and it's just like, no, this is work, and I feel like I'm making fun of someone with special needs, I can't. And that's how I'm feeling reading this book. Like, it's not fun. I'm not enjoying it at all. And I'm writing out things, and I can't even be witty because I really feel like I'm picking on someone with special needs. And that's the only way to put it. And I don't want to be like that. So if there is a fourth one, chances are I will not read it.
Right.
That,
Just
and that's just how I feel. It's like
well,
it's
and it's funny because I think that part of what she did when she, at least she did think to get editing, to where it would correct some of her words,
mhm.
and catch some of that. Like, at least she did do that. At least you inspired that.
Yeah.
You did inspire that. So maybe you're helping her improve
I
in a
I
way.
did notice some improvement. Yeah, to an
I
extent.
in the technical, like the, I think she still has she's got a thing with run-on sentences, or sentences is too much, and it's like it's just, it kind of goes nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, she says way too much, and it's not really saying anything. And it's not, and there's no point of why she's even
It's a
explaining
lot of
stuff.
filler.
Way too much.
Yeah,
And it's like, and I think she wants to have a longer book, and it, because I think she, in her opinion, makes it more real, or I wouldn't say valuable. It would
well,
make it impressive or
it's
legit, and that's not it.
I see it like this. I see it in two ways.
Quality, not quantity.
I see it in two ways. One, it's a filler to have more pages, and two, sometimes people think the more words you use to explain something and be overly descriptive makes it more real and you sound more intelligent, when to me it's the reverse. If you can explain something in as few words as possible, then you understand it, you get it, cool, let's go. And
Right,
that's something that I never understood when it came to school and teachers, when you have to write stuff out. Like, you need to expand on it, write more. And it's like, why? I don't, what? But I explain, this is it. It's like, no, you
right,
need to do more. It's like, but why? I can just say it in 5 words. I don't need more.
right.
Like, I
Well, and
never
it's,
understood that.
I will say though, also, from what you've told me and you've read and what I've heard so far, it does seem like you actually helped her bust out a thesaurus for once. I don't know if she's actually learning about the words that she uses, and she just looks at once and then like forgets the word, and
Well,
then like,
transmute is definitely one she doesn't use.
that's not. Oh my god, that one gets me. Like, I don't know whoever told her that you can trans space mute. That's so cute.
Yeah, so but it's interesting though. Actually, this makes me think about something else, because it's a lot of fakes and wannabes out there
Oh God.
And I wonder, as someone who is, thank you for the kisses. Thank you. As someone who is a paranormal investigator, who is psychically aware, sensitive, whatever you want to call it, how does it make you feel when you see someone that you clearly know?
It's irritating.
It's okay.
It's irritating because the things, especially in her books or her videos, the things she says or the things she advises, like the burning the Ouija board, there are certain things that, why would you tell anybody this? Like, that is the worst thing you could do if you have a spirit trapped or some type of something wrong or a Ouija board with negative energies. Um, Mm-mm. Oh, just release that shit. You know what? It's like you're gonna let the genie out the bottle or let Pandora out the bottle. Like, why? It's not. It's like not even using common sense. So it's like her to say that to people as actual advice is terrifying, and her not to redact on it. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna die on that hill when she says something, even if she's really. I've noticed that there's been times that she will say something and then she'll say the opposite later, but she'll die on the hill, like trying to defend her, like anything she's ever said. It's weird. It's like, okay, guys, I've said this before and I do take this back. I do apologize. Please don't do this. Like, it's just, it blows my mind, some of the things she suggests. And it's weird because it's like, she obviously, she especially in her earlier books, she's had no knowledge. She didn't even, you could tell by some of the things she was saying about, even with something as simple as candle colors, black being evil. Like, yeah, you can do evil with it, but it's not always. It's number one, it's going to be your intention, and it's going to be your intentions first of all, but the color can help you draw that in. But it's like she didn't even read a basic Wicca 101 or Wicca for Idiots book, or Wicca for Dummies, I think is what they would call it.
Well, you know what? I'm going to defend her here and say she actually does read that stuff. She just doesn't comprehend it.
You don't think it she
No,
no,
she reads.
do you think it's a comprehension, or her own personal beliefs, like, no, that's not right?
I think it's a mix of both, but mostly it's a comprehension thing that influences her beliefs. I
Do you
really, because she takes everything so literal,
uh-huh.
extremely literal, and
But
mix.
if she took it literal, she I mean, how simple is black can be used for absorbing
Well,
negativity.
now you see, this is where the other thing comes on: black, bad, evil, and she takes that literally. So that is already, it's
So
prime
there's
in
no,
there.
so she's
It's no in
already,
between. Black is bad, evil, just like all demons, bad, evil. Even though the origin of demons are, they're not that way. They were corrupted due to trying to get people to come to this religion here and
she
there.
kills me on that. But yeah, okay, maybe.
So
Yeah.
it's a comprehension thing, and she takes stuff literally. And once it's in her mind, she won't change from it, because then I think it's that whatever.
So no matter what she says, she still has that Christian, whether she wants to admit it or outwardly or not. It's the Christian ideology
Yes,
because of the. I mean, her whole and the angels always saving her. That's
yeah,
when
it's 100%.
always angels saving her.
So
Always.
yeah, that's what I think it is. I'm not a psychologist. I took a class once, but I'm not a psychologist. So uh,
That would be. I would wonder what Scarlet. It's just one.
no, I don't think you should torture Scarlet that way.
No, but you know what I mean, though. I would. There's definitely something going on.
And Jennifer's over here. The literalism drives me nuts. Nuance, people, nuance.
Oh God,
Metaphorical, figurative, representation, symbolism. Dogmatic
So
absolution, or excuse me, absolutism. Ugh.
I want to do like a panel on her most recent video. I was actually gonna, see about Curtis and Malice. I'm gonna torture them with it and Jen, but because I was like wanting two guys and two girls to like do it, and I just kind of want to be like, because I want. She literally okay. She's talking about how good she is at what she does psychically,
Mhm.
and she's saying that it just blows my mind that she thinks that number one that Zach Baggins gives a fuck about what she thinks or her abilities. She's going to regret not working with her, and it comes off like it's beyond ego. And like Curtis does, he thinks that she truly believes she is what she claims she is. It's
Yeah, I
weird.
believe it too.
And well, okay. And she always has to say, I'm an astral exorcist. Yeah, that's a thing. No, it's not, but
No,
an
it's not
astral exorcist. I will never, it just reminds me something like something you would see on Beetlejuice. It just does.
that,
But
and an anime influence and all that
it's
stuff.
weird. Yeah, there's an anime influence to some of it for sure.
Oh.
It's, um, her head is an interesting place.
Well, and this is sort of why I do believe her choking on a hot dog actually led to something, because some oxygen must have been cut off from it. I'm not saying that to be funny or mean, but I do think oxygen was
No,
cut off from
you're
her brain and
right.
it caused some type of.
No, because no, because it can cause brain damage, and I'm not. You're not even psychic. It's
You know,
never mind.
uh,
Oh, oh, I
now,
didn't even think of that.
I mean, that's just what I think.
Could be. It could be, but the whole thing of like some like what was it? She was angry that Zach hadn't responded. I guess I don't understand this. He hasn't responded to her, and I think she thinks he's really gonna see the videos she's been making, which she makes like tons of them about him, and she's upset because he hasn't responded. Like, and it's weird the way she puts it. She words things is like she very narcissistic, obviously, but it's very weird. He shared, and he does this a lot. He'll do it on his Twitter or his, I think it was her Instagram, but she just shared a video of her videoing his show, and he just reshared it. He didn't put any kind of comment. He just reshared it
Yeah,
for a fan. The things that people do, and it probably wasn't even him. It was probably his
publicist
manager,
or something.
right? Public, yeah. Like it probably was not him. Let's be real. And then she thinks that he's paying attention to her. She really truly thinks because he did that. She says it in the video. He knows my name.
Again, it's taking something very literal from this
Like,
one small thing. It's like, therefore, you
right.
did this. I'm here.
I reshared. Let me tell you, every time I share a meme, I don't pay attention most of the time to who shared it first.
Yeah, you
Like I
just.
might every once in a while, but it's like I'm not going to remember them a day later
Yeah.
at all, unless I go back and look up the name. But a lot of times they're just retweeting or reposting and being done with it.
So let me
Being,
let
can
me.
you imagine that though? To like to get literally harassed for doing it because trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
And
it's.
I guess I wonder if he unblocked her from Twitter yet. Like, girl, you were blocked from his Twitter.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, you right? No, I mean, like he knows your name. Yeah, on Twitter, and that's why he blocked you. He hasn't paid attention enough on the other one, obviously yet. It's crazy. It's weird. It's
It,
just
it
like I said,
reminds
this kind
me.
of stuff.
Uh,
It like with this kind of stuff, paranormal even, I guess, we gotta take care of your brain, your
yeah,
mind.
it reminds
Really.
me of that Robert De Niro and I think Wesley Snipes movie called The Fan.
Oh, dang.
That's what it reminds me of. So,
That's funny.
good movie, absolutely amazing movie, but that's what it reminds me of. It's like okay.
She's yes. Well, she did it to Zap. She did it to Keanu. Who else? Who else? There
I
was.
think that guy from the demon thing, proving demons or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like she was stalking him for a minute, and I think he just took it as a giant joke.
Oh yeah.
Andrew, is that his name?
Yeah. And he kind of. I think he was kind of not nice to her.
No, he wasn't mean to her that I
What?
recall. But I think the other thing is she is clout chasing.
Oh yeah.
That's the other problem.
Oh, the
And
whole Johnny Depp thing. She went off on that, and that's what's funny. Is like, dude, do you? I don't. I don't. Yeah, maybe it is a comprehension thing because for her to not realize how they were portraying her in that was kind of quite odd.
yeah, it,
Because because they were just clipping her in with the other nuttos. They really did. They clipped her in that documentary. Her few seconds of fame that she claims. Literally, it was one of those things where she was clipped in with people all acting insane, like the outraged, insane fan,
yeah,
scary fan people.
yeah.
Um,
It was like
and she didn't. I don't. I would have been like, oh my god, they
yeah,
shared my crazy moment, and now it's out there forever.
yeah. I would not advertise that, but she proudly advertises
She's
it.
so proud. Like I said, she's gonna die on that hill.
Yeah, it's a comprehension thing. Part of it anyway. Uh,
It's weird.
so here's something. We're gonna put you on the spot here because this will be the final thing, and then we're gonna head on off. But I'm curious. We are now going to what year are we in? 2023, right?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
the one.
So this is gonna be the year we find Melvin a big booty girl. Bonnie, what magic should I do to open the door to opportunity? Literally just opportunity to make this happen. And do I need to draw anything? Do I need to visualize? Because I visualized Elizabeth Hurley and Barbara Eden, so that's taken care of.
um,
Chant Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I'm here.
That's what Jennifer said.
She said, "What?
Jennifer said Chant Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh God, oh
I
God."
like big butts and can't deny.
I don't
I mean, wait, how does it
that
go? Like, I like big
I
butts
big butts and I
and a can
cannot.
of thighs. No other brother can deny. When a girl walks in with the itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
Yes, that's it. That's the one. I would say I don't know why I'm hearing this, which is very weird, but I feel like maybe chaos magic, if that's what you really want. I'll have to explain it later because it can get graphic.
Uh oh. As long as I don't have to kill anything.
No,
All right, we're good to go.
just your future babies.
Oh, Bonnie. I'm happy Sweet Pea didn't hear that. Did she?
Oh my God, I didn't know how else to put that. Maybe I
Yeah.
made you blush.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
I
I
just,
mean,
all right, so that's what we're gonna do. Operation Get Melvin a Big Butt
that's
Girl. All right, so some chaos magic, and we'll see. Honestly, the little stuff that I've done in the past, oddly enough, I think it has worked, and it's just for whatever reason that door
You need
always
a road.
slams.
You need a road opener.
Yeah,
You
so
got.
it's just so weird cuz and then like I was telling you normally I wouldn't say stuff like this on air, but I don't mind tonight. Like I was telling Bonnie earlier, like so I made some personal ads and stuff. And it's crazy because I get friend zoned in the first message. What the heck? I'm just looking for a friend. It's,
Why are yeah? It's like why do y'all come on these sites looking for a friend?
uh so I don't know. I was speaking to someone else. I was like, do I just give off that like I'm a friend energy? Do I am I not sexy? Do I not have that?
No, not that you're nice.
You know, I'm thinking I need to get one of those Cracker Jack tattoos or something and just look at me now.
They
I'm a
actually make
bad
really cool,
boy.
right? Um, no, you just have a good, you have a kind energy, and I guess that yeah, it's not a bad thing though. I would never change that. You'll get the right one,
Better
but
not
you
be.
probably road opener. Like I know Jennifer's got road opener oil, but you need a road opener candle, road opener oil, something to open any blockages that are going on because there's some there.
Yeah, it's something, but
More of a type ones, but I wouldn't think they're anything bad. It's just enough to keep anything coming. Like it just kind of blocks it.
yeah. So it's just weird. Uh, okay, you can
Mm-hmm.
stop doing that now. She is just licking me nonstop.
Are you salty?
I might be.
There you
Uh,
go.
well, no, I'm not. I'm sweet. I'm
Maybe she
chocolate
wanted to
baby.
lick yourself.
No,
You
she's
did.
what? Okay, thank you. My hand is clean. Okay, now she's cleaning herself. Oh, you guys can kind of see that.
That's,
With her foot up as
that's,
she's licking herself.
she's just doing her thing. That's funny that she's never stayed on camera that long.
Hey, you want to lift up and say, nope,
No, not gonna happen.
look, say hi to everyone. No, come on, stop cleaning
She's
me.
so
She goes,
she's
I,
so rotten.
oh,
She is so rotten. How old is she now?
that's a good question. I have no, I'm assuming somewhere like 4 or 5.
Oh wow. Oh, so yeah, she's her, she's your baby, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, baby.
No,
She's so pretty.
you're not paying attention at all. She does not care.
She don't care. Mm-mm.
With her,
Back to the
so, oh gosh. Uh, no, sardines do not smell or taste like chicken. Uh, they taste like sardines. I don't know how else to put it. Although I did have chicken for dinner,
There you go.
but that was hours ago. It's no way she, whatever. Cats are weird.
Cats are super weird.
Cats are. Well, speaking of cats, how are you doing with your posse over
Oh my
there?
gosh. So we will be giving so they will be going to Petco. Um Probably in a week or two, hopefully. At least 2 batches. Oh my god.
2 batches. You hear that, people?
We had 3 cats. They all got pregnant at the same time. We're all getting fixed next month. Thank gosh.
Should have did that before.
Yes, I know, Mel.
I even said I think you should get them fixed. I told you this too.
Oh, and you were like, but it was already too late.
Well, that's your fault.
God, it was my fault, and I am learned my lesson. God, like on it, they're cute. They are cute, but it is so much because like what is wonderful is I'm working with so even though there are kittens, we're basically fostering them, getting them prepared for them to be old enough to go. And so I'm glad because I know that Petco, they're going to people that really are looking to have a family pet. It's like they're not going to get them just because they want a cat at this point. So hopefully they'll have a decent home. They're adorable, so they'll get. I'm not worried about them getting taken at all. I mean, and evidently there's they'll take like 15 cats and they'll be gone the same weekend. So they go quick.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
As long as they go to good homes.
Right. Because right, it is hard, even though there's so many and they're driving us crazy. It's hard to not get attached because they're so cute.
Yeah.
And right now they're at that playful stage, and like the ones that are learning to run and play, their running is still funny, so they kind of hop. I love watching it. We have the one that's real teensy, but yet she's trying to learn this. When she's wanting to play, she'll do the back where she arches it and bounces sideways, and
Oh.
it's so cute. So yeah, it's it's a lot, but then also there's the moments of like, oh, I just can't help but look at them all day. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's a lot. I will
Don't
say it's a lot.
don't name them.
Well, we have to but it's just
Oh.
basically they'll
Well,
have a.
I would go with Frick, Frack, Hickory, Dickory, Dock.
We have done Grogu, Boba Fett. We have Manjo. We have well, my niece actually has taken Loki. Then we have Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Lucy Liu, and Jet Li. And then we have Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Shredder, and is that all of them?
No,
Who else?
Miss
Who did
Donatello.
Donatello. We have them, all of them.
Well, shoot. Hey, whatever works.
Creativity gets them taken quicker.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, I just have Sweet Pea here. She just literally showed up one day and said, "Okay, you're my pet."
Isn't that funny? They do that.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
that's your witch kitty.
So, yeah, I
They
guess
keep
so. It's no getting rid of her.
No, yeah, you're her person. They claim you. It's weird.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I was reading chat real quick, and Jennifer was talking about that weird cloud on the East Coast that came in from Canada en masse.
Really?
Yeah, and a freeway collapsed.
What? What the
Yeah.
heck? And then
So
there on the West Coast we got freaking aliens. What the hell's going on?
the end of times.
Could be.
Better not be. Not before I get.
Jennifer the other day that Canada is saging the US.
You know what? It probably worked. All things considered.
That's what's sad. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, but
We're a little aggressive, aren't we?
we
But then
needed it.
you have to, like Curtis said, smoke it out.
Yep. Throw that spiritual tear gas, darn it.
For real.
So, the final thing before we completely head off, what is something that people can do who are interested in doing their first spell or simple magic or whatever? They want to just crack open that door. What
Mhm.
would you suggest they look into or they figure out? What go to the master, you tell me.
Go first, like the first step.
Yeah.
You want to learn meditation, learn to ground yourself, to keep yourself grounded, because that's an ongoing thing. I mean, I'll go to when I went to the spiritual holistic fair recently. I regrounded, had somebody ground me because kept because I was basically just kind of both just I was not grounded. I guess I'll just put it that way. And you just need to learn how to stay grounded as best you can, or to at least be able to spot when you're not. That would be I would always suggest the first step. Learn how to keep yourself balanced, meditation, um, things like that. You want to work, probably, I mean, yeah, the dark stuff's fun, but you got to learn how to protect yourself first. So that, and then spiritual cleansing.
Yep. And that's also the first thing they tell you in boxing: protect yourself at all times.
There you go.
So there you
You're
go. I
right.
channeled a little bit of Curtis there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
So
did. But it's the truth, though.
yeah, so this is a good
You
spot to end it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Bonnie appreciates it.
yes.
And
Like and subscribe, guys.
yeah, all that good stuff. And I don't know what's happening next on the channel, to be totally honest with you. I'm just playing it by ear. It's probably going to be quite a few reviews. I have about 4 of them that I need to do.
Mm.
And yeah, thank you again for hanging out. And you guys already know it's midnight somewhere. So go ahead and do some yapping. Bye, everybody.